Now, there's two kinds of memory, okay? There's short-term memory and there's long-term memory.
Yep.
And what we're going to be working on over here is how to improve your long-term memory, which will in turn also improve your short-term memory.
Okay.
Okay, I'm basing it on a book by Kevin Trudeau. Right over here, you can see the book called Mega Memory. And basically, I'm reading through it. And since the best way to learn something is to actually teach it, and I would actually like to learn it really well, because learning how to improve your memory helps you in basically everything. So basically, we're going to be, how do you say, I'll be reading it and I'll be teaching you, okay?
Okay.
That suits you, that suits me, we both win out. Okay, now first I'll start off. There's a few ways to improve your memory. You can improve your memory through hypnosis, which we are not going to do over here. Although, having said we're not going to do it over here, I'll just state that whatever you do, not hypnosis, you do better in hypnosis, but in hypnosis specifically what you can do is you can go back, regress to a time when you had an easy learning. For instance, when you learned how to turn a light switch on and off, that was an instantaneous learning, correct? Or when you learned how to flush the toilet, that was also an instantaneous learning, okay? You learned that when you press that button, the water goes down, and most kids like to do it over and over again because it's fun to watch the water go down. Or it's fun to see the light turn on and off. I mean, all babies love to, once they turn 1 year old, they take everything to climb up on a chair to turn that light switch on and off because they learned that they have control over it. So basically what we're saying over here is that we can regress back to a period of time when you learned really quickly and really easily, learn whatever it is you want to learn, and then from there, you can, you improve your memory. Okay, we're not going to be doing that over here. We're going to be learning more simple techniques. The things that you need to remember over here, okay? There's 4 steps to mega memory. The first step is, as you see right over here, unconscious incompetence. It's that you didn't know that you didn't know, okay? You didn't remember things, but you didn't know that you had any other way of doing it. That's just the way you did it because that's the way it was always done. The second level is conscious competence, and conscious competence is when you become aware of what can be done, but you can't yet do it. You know that you will be able to do it, haven't learned it yet. The next level is conscious competence, where you consciously work your way through memory techniques, learning them. And the last level is unconscious competence, where you can apply the techniques automatically. It becomes second nature. You don't even have to think about it anymore. You had a big smile on your face and a laugh. What were you laughing about?
I don't know. I've been happy today. I feel happy.
Okay, excellent. Any questions about that?
No.
Okay, so basically your mind...
I get a question.
Yes, question.
So according to what you're saying here is that if you work on those techniques, it becomes a second nature of you, so you don't have to make so much effort to remember things?
That's correct.
Okay.
It's more effort in the beginning, but then a lot less effort for the rest of your life. Okay, we're working a little bit backwards over here. Okay, now basically your mind works like a filing cabinet. Only we don't necessarily always understand how it organizes things. When we take control over it and we organize it the way that we want it, it's much easier for us to retrieve the information afterwards. Okay? So the first one that we are going to do, the first exercise we're going to do, hold on, let's see what I have over here. Okay, yes, one more important thing I want to mention over here. In order for your mind to have a good recall of information, you need to have a picture in your mind. You need to or imagine it, because some people say they're not very visual people, they don't see pictures. Just imagine it, see it vividly in your imagination. Okay, now just give you an example. When I say the word elephant, do you see an elephant or do you see the word elephant in front of you?
I see a white elephant in front of me when someone says it.
Exactly. So you see it in pictures, not in words. That's the way the mind works. It remembers things in pictures.
But
Next
everyone?
Everyone. When you dream, do you dream in words or do you dream in pictures?
I dream in pictures, but I thought Robert Smith, for example, always says that different people have different submodalities.
Everybody can do them all. Some people have one set of submodality more developed than other submodalities. Okay? If you work on visualizing, you work on imagining things, you can also work on being able to see it afterwards. Okay? You can improve that. But let's say you can't see something, but you can imagine it, right? Most people can imagine things, even if they can't see it, the picture vividly in their mind, correct? Correct or incorrect?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you don't think that you can actually see the picture, just imagine what it would look like. And as you imagine it, you're building that picture inside your mind. Okay, the next thing is it should have some sort of action to it. The mind grabs onto action, okay? So if it has action, it'll be easier for the mind to remember. And the third thing is that the more nonsensical it is, the crazier it is, the stranger it is, the easier it will be for your mind to remember because it's out of the ordinary, it's extraordinary. Okay, so when you're trying to remember something, put it in pictures, have an action to it, and make it as nonsensical and as strange and extraordinary as you possibly can. The first thing we're going to work on is simple association, basic association. Now, basic association is not necessarily what we want to be using at the end of the day, but number one, it's gymnastic for the brain. And number two, it teaches you the idea of making the picture to remember. So what I want you to do is I want you to read out loud through these list of 20 words. Okay, go ahead and do it right now. Read out loud through this list of 20 words.
1, 3, 2, light switch. 3, stool. 4, car. 5, glove. 6, gun. 7, weeks. 8, skate.
9, cat.
9,
bowling
cat.
ball,
10,
goal post,
bowling ball. 11,
eggs,
gold
heart,
horse.
picnic, candy,
Egg.
magazine, voting booth, golf club, cigarettes.
Which 14, heart. 15, paycheck. 16, candy. 17, magazine. 18, voting booth. 19, golf club. 20, cigarettes.
Okay. Now
It doesn't have any. It doesn't have any logical.
No, it doesn't. Okay. Now what I want you to do is take.
Let me. Can I ask you a short question?
Yeah.
Why isn't it better doing it like very logically? Like if I'm driving somewhere, so if I park the car, so the parking lot will be the first, and then the road will be the second, and then the gate will be the third, and the door will be the fourth, and the hallway they would the fifth.
We are going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Maybe not this time, maybe next time, but we're going to get to that. Right now,
because this way it looks so not connected to nothing.
I will show you that you will be able to remember it by the end of the lesson. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, what I want you to do right now is write down a piece of paper, all the ones that you remember in the order that you remember it. Okay? Well, if you take a piece of paper, write it down on a piece of paper.
I don't know what order it was.
Write down, just write it down. By the end of the time, you will be able to remember the names and the order.
Cigarette. Cheese. Should I write it down in any order?
The order that it was listed.
I knew 3 words, that's it.
Okay, what about you, Oria?
I also remember only 3 words.
Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you why I chose these words and how we use association in order to practice and do mental gymnastics. Okay, so as I said before, your mind thinks in pictures. It's like a camera that clicks pictures. If you think you don't see pictures, imagine it. I said that right before. Okay, let's go on over here. Okay, 1, I chose tree because a tree trunk looks like the number 1. Okay, so remember 1, tree trunk, tree. 2, I chose for light switch because light switch has on and off, 2 switches, 2 levels. It could also have 2 screws screwing it in on the top and the bottom. So that's 2. For 3, easy, 3 legs on a stool. Okay, I have stool. For 4, I chose car. Car has 4 doors, 4 wheels. Okay. For 5, I chose glove because how many fingers are on a glove?
5.
Okay, let's continue on and do the rest of them in the same way. Okay, what I want you to do now is I'm going to repeat. Let's go through all the images. I didn't do pictures for all of them. I was just giving you a demonstration of it, but let's go through all of them. Hold on. Go back here. No. Over here. Okay, so we're now up to 6. Okay, 6 for gun. Can you think of any associations?
6 bullets in a gun.
6 bullets in a gun. Or when you get shot, you go 6 feet under. Okay, 7 and week.
7 days in a week. All right.
Good. 8 and skate.
8 wheels on the skaters, right?
That could be, or doing a figure 8, or it just rhymes, 8 and skate. 9 and cat.
9 souls to a cat.
Right, cat has 9 lives. 10 and bowling ball.
Bowling ball.
Mm-hmm.
What's a bowling ball?
You know when you go bowling, those big
Yeah.
heavy balls with 3 holes and you throw it down. So the bowling ball
Oh,
is the ball
it has
that you throw down.
the 10 bottles that you have to throw at.
That's right, the 10 pins. What about
All right.
11 and goalpost?
11 and goalpost? What's a goalpost?
I'll say it in Hebrew since you understand that Hebrew. A sha'ar in a game of kadregel, in a game of soccer.
Ah,
What does it look like?
like a door?
Like an 11. 2 posts standing up, right? One in the
Okay.
middle, but 2 posts.
Okay.
Okay, what about 12 and eggs?
Oh, this is hard. I don't know.
What about you? Can you think of anything, Danielle?
I don't know. All I know is cigarettes was 20 because in a packet of cigarettes, there's 20 cigarettes.
Exactly. Okay, what about a dozen eggs? Ever bought a dozen eggs? 12 eggs
In a box.
right? What about 13 and which?
13 is some kind of number that is
Friday the 13th.
Right, Friday the 13th, unlucky. What about 14 and heart?
oh, that's a card game, isn't it?
You could be a card game, I'm not sure, but what about Valentine's Day?
The what?
Valentine's Day,
Valentine's Day. Okay.
February 14th. Okay, what about 15 and paycheck?
15 of the month is usually the paycheck day.
What about 16 and candy?
I don't know.
Sweet 16. Ever heard of a Sweet 16 party?
Oh, I never had one. Okay.
I didn't have one either, but have you ever heard of them?
Yeah.
Okay, 17 and magazine.
Ooh. I don't know.
There's a famous magazine called 17. Anyone who grew up in America would know that. But you can think of something else that would connect between 17 and magazine.
17. Wow. I don't know. Okay.
Okay, what about 18 and voting booth?
Nothing.
When do you start to vote?
Okay.
Okay. 19 and golf club.
Nothing.
Okay, in golf, in the game of golf, there's a term called the 19th hole. Okay, and 20 in cigarettes, Danielle already said, is
20 cigarettes in a pack.
right. Okay, so what I want us to do now, hold on. Let's go through all of these, say them, all of us say it out loud together. Okay, 1, tree trunk, looks like a tree. 2, light switch, 2 choices on a light switch. 3, stool, 3 legs to a stool. 4, car, has 4 doors.
4 doors, 4 wheels.
5, glove, has
Glove
5
has
fingers.
5 fingers. Glove.
6, when you're shot,
when you're shot.
6 feet under.
6.
Or 6 shots in a gun. 7, 7 days
in a week.
8, figure 8 feels gate.
8 skate.
9, cat has 9 lives. Cat. 10, 10 bowling pins to knock down a bowling ball. 11, looks like a goalpost. 12, 12 eggs in a dozen. Eggs. 13, Friday the 13th, unlucky, witch. 14, Valentine's Day, heart. 15, get paid on the 15th, paycheck. 16, sweet 16, candy. 17, the magazine 17, magazine. 18, you can vote when you turn 18, voting booth. 19, 19th hole, golf club. 20, 20 cigarettes in a pack. Cigarettes. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through the list. What I want you guys to do is to say out loud, I'm going to say the number, you say the object, okay? 1.
3.
2.
Electric switch.
Yeah.
Right. 3.
Stool.
4.
Car.
5.
Glove.
Glove, you said?
Glove, yeah.
Okay. Are you following along, Danielle? Am I going too fast?
I'm doing my best. Go on.
Okay. 6.
I forgot.
6 feet under. 6 shots in a.
6 in a gun, okay.
7.
Week.
Say the whole thing. 7 days in a week.
7 days a week.
8.
Skate.
9.
9 sold to a cat.
What's the word?
What? 9
What's
souls to a cat.
Right. And what's the word?
Cat.
Right. 10.
Don't remember.
The game. 10 pins.
Bowling ball, okay.
11.
Soccer spot. Something
Goalpost.
Goal post. Okay.
12.
12 שבטים בישראל. I don't remember.
A dozen. How many eggs come in a box?
A dozen eggs in the box, right.
13.
13 is the witch day.
14.
Is the heart for Valentine's Day.
15.
I don't remember.
When do you get paid?
Oh, I get paid, during I'm a freelance. Yeah.
16.
Sweet 16, it's candy.
17.
70 magazine.
18.
Voting booth.
19. 19th hole.
19 what?
19th hole. Golf club.
Oh, the club. Oh, the golf club. Oh, all right.
And 20.
Cigarette.
Okay, now I'm going to say the word, and you have to say what it is, what the number is, okay?
Okay.
Tree.
Stool.
What's the number for tree?
3.
3. Ah, not 3. 3.
Tree.
3
Yeah,
is
tree.
1. Okay, is 1.
Car.
4.
Cigarettes.
20.
Candy.
16.
Heart.
A what?
Heart.
Cart?
Heart. H-E-A-R-T.
Heart. Ah, 14.
Gun.
6.
Week.
7.
Hold on, let me think. So I'm doing it all by memory, by the way. I'm not doing it from a page over here. Stool.
3.
Light switch.
2.
Skate.
8.
Eggs.
12.
Goalpost.
11.
Oh, that which ones did I do? Voting booth.
18.
I think I got them all, no? Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to write them out and see how many you get now from 1 to 20.
1 to 20.
Mm-hmm. And see how many you got now.
I don't know how do you call the two, the lighting thing, the electric
Light switch.
light switch.
Yeah, that's a language problem as opposed to a memory problem, I would say.
Yeah, that I would remember it in Hebrew, but not how to say it in English.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, how many did you get this time?
I miss only 2. Oh, now I'm recalling 1. Lana, I forgot only 1. I got 19.
And how long did it take you to remember it?
10 minutes, maybe less.
Right? Okay, and when we started out, what did you say about this list?
It was unorganized and nonsense.
Right, exactly. Now the point is that associations in of themselves are not the most useful ways of remembering things. You can remember small things, small list of things like that, not large list of things. Not like, if you have 50 or 60 things, it becomes much more difficult. There are better ways of doing it, and we'll get into those ways as we progress in the book. But this is good gymnastics for your brain, number 1. Number 2, you now have pegs where you can put things and you can figure out how to make a connection to remember it when you have to remember. If you have to remember a list, whether you're learning for a test, whether you're going to the shopping, to go food shopping, or whatever it is you need to do, okay? You can now make the list, attach it onto the numbers, and make some sort of association for yourself so that you now have a peg inside your mind that will remind you what you have to do and what order you need to do it.
But still, the question that bugs me that let's say I'm going to remember things by the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I could remember the numbers, but not what I put in those drawers. You see what I mean?
Well, if you remember the association and you have the picture in your mind, you'll remember it.
Oh, all right.
You need the association and the picture. Now, the funnier the picture, the more nonsensical the picture, the better. We could have also done this list in a different way. We could have made up a really silly story. Once upon a time, there was a tree trunk, and this tree trunk was just sitting around doing absolutely nothing. And a light switch decided to come on it and say, I'm going to be put on you so that I can turn you off and turn you on. And the tree said, but how on earth can you turn me off and turn you on? And it says, well, I'll cut you down. So if you cut me down, I won't be able to turn on and off and on. But then I'll be able to make you into a stool. I'll be able to take the wood, take 3 legs, and put you into a stool. Okay, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's action to it. It's totally nonsensical. it will stick more in your mind than if you just said, well, there was a tree on the way, and then on the way I went and I saw a light switch and I turned the light switch on, and then I went on the way and then I saw a stool and I sat down. That's a lot more boring. It won't stick in your mind. If you make it really nonsensical, extraordinary, it'll stick in your mind better. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to still go through the list over here, Danielle, or have you given up for tonight?
No, I'm fine. No.
What?
No, I'm fine. I'll just follow.
Well, this is basically the end of the first section, okay? I was in the book, it says, telling you to do one lesson at a time, not to do too many at a time. But if you practice it, doing it over the week, it will get, it will make it easier for you for the next lesson.
Okay, what should I practice? Remembering the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 20?
Practice that, and you can do it with different lists. You don't have to do it specifically with this list. But any list that you do, remember to make the association and make the picture in your mind. Those are the two important things here.
Okay.
Okay, so that the picture is going to remind you of the number, and the number is going to remind you of the picture through the association.
Okay.
Okay?
Great. Yeah, great. Yeah.
Okay. So I look forward to learning some more of this with you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'll see you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.